3 cops had an inappropriate relationship with a young woman. Days after one ended it, the pregnant woman took her life. More after this. Hello everyone, and welcome back to AFG's Point of View, where I give you my analysis of the most popular topics in the world today. Today's video, we have 3 dirty cops having an inappropriate relationship with a child under the age of 18. Before I dive into the details of the video, if you're new here, welcome. Welcome to AFG's Point of View. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button as well. It'll be more awesome, loving, and wonderful people who are similar to yourself. I'm on normal subscribers. Thanks for coming back. I'm diving in. A police agency is under fire after an internal investigation found officers had an inappropriate relationship with a young woman who later killed herself. The reported was released in recent days and blasted the officers for their behavior. I am here to talk about today is her life and how she is failed and manipulated by and used by people of authority that she admired and trusted right up to her final days. Chief Donna McNamara said at a press conference in recent days. The investigation lasted 19 months and looked at a case involving a woman who McNamara described as a vulnerable person who looked up to those in uniforms. The woman, Sandra Birchmore, was 23 years old and pregnant when she took her own life in February of 2021. When she was 13 years old, Birchmore joined the Stoughton Police Department Youth Explorers Program. She met with Officer Matthew Ferrell through the program. 2 years later, they started having an inappropriate relationship. Wow. The investigation uncovered many hundreds of digital messages and explicit exchanges between Matthew Farwell, and the woman over the course of several years. The relationship went on until an argument ended it shortly before Birchmore killed herself. Farrell's twin brother, William Ferrell, and Robert Devine, and at least one other officer also had relationships with the woman, according to the police. This is sad. Some of the exchanges with William Ferrell happened while he was on duty. The unnamed officer has been moved to another community, but McNamara told CBS Boston that she provided the information to that agency. He has been placed on leave there. The 3 men with Stoughton Police have resigned their positions, but McNamara recommended the state revoke their certification to serve as police in Massachusetts, as they should. There has been no criminal charges in this case. Let me repeat that. There has been no criminal charges in this case. 3 grown-ass men messing with a minor, but there have been no criminal charges. I'm gonna let that sizzle in your spirit. The Explorer program has been disbanded after being inactive for several years, as it should be. The person who wears a badge in this community will work to earn back the trust of our citizens. We will be trained and retrained on the meaning and importance of our oath. Anyone who violates that sacred responsibility will be held accountable, says McNamara. Okay, so we got some dirty cops messing with this little young girl, okay, and making her feel cheated, used, just to name a few words. All right, so we got 3 cops. One being William Ferrell, okay? The other one was his brother, and there was a couple other guys in the mix. Basically, they just took turns with the young girl. You know what I'm saying? One got in, had an inappropriate relationship, passed her on. Yo, why don't you go to this cat? Why don't you go to this guy? Why don't you go to this guy? My question is this, okay? No one checks in on these kids. I mean, anytime you have a police officer around these children, I mean, technically they're supposed to be held to a higher standard, and they're supposed to be able to be trusted at all times. Well, very well, we just heard that they can't be trusted at all times. Okay, and yes, there's only a few that messes it up for the many. Okay, and that's generally how it works in this world. But with that being said, like Ms. McNamara said, now you got to build that trust again, because no one's going to trust you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I tell my children, hey, listen, you can't trust nobody in this world. And I mean, 0 people in this world. You got your mom, you got your dad, you know, you got your grandmom, you know what I'm saying? Usually family members, but there's only certain people that they trust, and they know that they can go around and they can just relax and just be themselves and just not have no worries, you know what I'm saying? You ain't allowed to go over, you know, I got 2 girls, so you're not allowed to go over so-and-so's house and, hey, sit on so-and-so's lap. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing the lap thing. We ain't doing that. Nope. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can give them a hug, you can give them a kiss on the cheek, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Certain ones, you know what I'm saying? You get other ones, you just gonna just say hi, you just gonna wave, and that's how it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and that's because everybody can't be trusted, even within family. Now, this young lady trusted the police officer. She looked up to him, and as little kids, us as adults tell them that they can be trusted. The police officer is the one that's gonna protect you, that's gonna serve you when I'm not around. Everything is all good. Well, of course, in every organization, you got some bad apples. And these happen to be bad apples, and this young lady got taken advantage of, and it's not right. And I think there should be some criminal charges pressed, because number one, I think that if she would have never killed herself, no, let me rephrase that. I think that she would have never killed herself if she never had this relationship with these guys. I think with her having this relationship and then going to these different guys, it kind of made her feel like, you know, she ain't got nobody to turn to. Now, we don't know how her family life was. It didn't really explain how the family life was going on, you know what I'm saying? It could have been some turmoil in the family, you know what I'm saying? It could have been some issues where, you know, she couldn't go to nobody. And the only people that she can really trust was the police officers. Well, they ruined that, because they pretty much wanted to try to run a train on her, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me, you know, for a better word, you know what I'm saying? But she's a minor, okay? They did all this. She's 15 years old, have an inappropriate relationship. I can promise you, 15, 16, 17, I can promise you, every single one of them, there's something they weren't supposed to be doing with her while she was under the age of 18, okay? How did she get pregnant? Did one of those officers get her pregnant? Probably. It's not, the story is not gonna paint the picture of her being like a little fast, you know, behind, you know, and always laying around with a whole bunch of people. But where was the father in this situation? Where was the mother in this situation? You know what I'm saying? I mean, what were they okay with it? Hey, it's okay, you know, oh, I'm going to the police thing. Okay, they thinking like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? You safe, you're good to go. No one checks in on anything these days. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I trust them, they fine. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be vigilant. You have to really check and make sure that everything is on the up and up, because as you can very well see, this happens. Now, I got a question. What the hell's in the drinking water in Boston, okay? Because everybody just slinging and swinging all over the place, you know what I'm saying? First you got Emi Udoka doing what he doing. Now you got these police officers over here doing what they doing with this young girl. I don't know what's going on in Boston. I ain't got nothing against y'all in Boston, because it's all over the world. But I'm just saying, it just happened to be, this story happened to be in Boston, you know what I'm saying? So, it's a sad situation. Prayers go out to their family, the ones that's, you know, affected directly, you know, and let's just hope that this situation brings a light to all police stations all across the world, not just America, but all across the world. and make them shine a light on their organization and make sure everything over there is on the up and up and they doing what they supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So this is a crazy, crazy situation. Damn. A young lady lost because they wanted to get their thing off, you know what I'm saying, with this little young girl. I don't care how good she looked. I don't care how voluptuous she was still a minor at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So prayers go out to the family. It's a sad situation, sad situation. But at any rate, if you like what you've heard, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the like button as well. It'll bring more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over similar to yourself. Come check me out on my TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. We'll have a conversation about these dirty cops doing what they're doing and what needs to be done about changing the laws and some of the things that we need a little more transparency between the police officers and the citizens. Simple as that. We need more transparency. So, hopefully we can get that. But in the meantime, between time, I love every single one of y'all. I thank y'all for coming out and watching the video. And I will see you on the next episode. Peace.